The island that was known as the Pearl of Indian Ocean is going through the crisis of the century. A bankrupt status faced for the very first time. The impact of that is felt upon every segment of the society of Sri Lanka. The youth that are born after 1990s commenced an Aragalaya still going on, demanding a systemic change. Ladies and gentlemen, the systemic change has to be done by all stakeholders, not only the politicians and the ruling administration. When I say all stakeholders, the business community is one of the leading stakeholders. In the last 100 years, the Sri Lankan businessman has benefited immensely from the resources of this country. And I present to you a new concept, which I have already showcased in the media. Systemic change by the people, for the people, through the people. The first group of people that need to trigger that systemic change is the business community, the corporate business leaders of the country. There are 5 simple initiatives I request you to support in bringing that systemic change. Firstly and foremostly, please do not support and seek political favors and advantages. Using political connections to expand your business, enhance your profits, and take advantage is not fair play. These have been done regularly in the past. And as a result of that, you continuously need to feed the politicians in order for your survival or thriving. If you continue to do this, that you are not creating a fair play for all the other business community. If you refrain from seeking political advantage and connections, and if you want to really progress and develop and enhance your business, it has to be done thoroughly through your own skills and abilities and advantages of you have based on your uniqueness and creativity and innovation. And whatever that you need to seek, any regulatory clearance, it has to be done through the respective chambers and the forums, not through under the table political connections. Secondly, I also request you to refrain political funding for political campaigns, either individual politicians or the political parties. The hard-earned profits of your organization, with the disclosed or the non-disclosed profits, should not be directed to fund the politicians or the political parties. Because when you do that, you trigger a cycle of corruption. Because this funding that you give to political parties or politicians, you have to earn from the society. So therefore you are burdening the society with this kind of initiative. Please refrain from funding politicians and political parties. Thirdly, make sure that you come under the proper regulatory mechanism of the country. Do not try to bend and go through the regulatory mechanism. And make sure that you pay the regular tax that you need to pay to the tax authorities and various payments that you have to make. Please do not go through the under the table mechanisms to take advantage. Tax-paying enterprises, entrepreneurs and businesses would be absolutely essential for a systemic change for the benefit of the country. Fourthly, make sure that your spending is well managed. Unnecessary media hyping, media image drives, and enhancing your product to showcase what is not really there is unethical sometimes. There's significant media spent millions to hoodwink people masses. Please refrain from that. Fourthly, I would also ask you to not to really hoodwink and cook your books and disclose lesser things than what is happening in your organization. There has to be a transparency that has to be vividly shown to all the people, your customers, your employees, your shareholders, your society, and across the whole board. You need to make sure that is important because you are demanding a systemic change. Finally, and fifthly, during the next 1 year, you need to make sure significant austerity measures is done. The things that you have in the wish list, in the luxurious things, put on hold with regard to your expenditure of your organization, making sure the cost is managed and essential things are attended to, value transferred to your employees, customers, and the society, while making sure that the organization survives and thrives in this next difficult journey. Ladies and gentlemen of the business community, I want to tell you, the society is the most important thing. If the fabric of the society is weak, however the strong or the large or the big your organization is, you will not be able to survive if the society is weak. We need to make sure the society, the people of the society is made strong, and for you to become strong and survive and thrive. This is what I appeal to the business leaders, the corporate leaders, business sector of Sri Lanka. Trigger the systemic change by you to make sure that the other stakeholders would be trigger their systemic change to create a greater systemic change to transform Sri Lanka and make sure the people are economically enriched in this country.